Opinions and stories around the game we love, told by your favorite storytellers. Stay up to date with all things cricket. Subscribe to Cricbuzz's YouTube channel and press that bell icon now.
What's the talk about Rahane and Pujara in India? Is it last chance saloon? I mean, Sunny intimated that maybe they have got one more innings to really show their worth. I mean, we had a stat, an interesting one, when he came out to bat Pujara, that today was 3 years to the day since his last Test 100. So I suppose, you know, they've played well with regards to the team performance, but you look at your batting depth and you have someone like Rohit Sharma coming back in, Virat Kohli coming back in. You know, is there real immense pressure on it?
Obviously, see, I feel as an Indian team right now, generally in cricket, there are two ways that players are picked. One on potential and one on scores. If you see potential, I think India obviously have a truckload of potential in terms of batters, you know, who are standing in the queue right now. If you see performance, again, these players have stood up at various points of time in different ways. Like if you take a Shreyas Iyer, he's come in and done well in the two tests that he's played. Bihari has played a very fighting knock in Sydney. You know, he kind of held his own. So people have done well there. Whereas Pujara and Rahane, in many ways, I mean, it's very interesting that you said 3 years he hasn't got 100. He's somebody who's a prolific run getter in domestic cricket and in international cricket. But for the 3 years, I think at a number 3 spot, which inarguably probably one of the world's best cricket teams, to find your spot there for 3 years as a number 3 batter and not score 100, I think he would know that he's been given a long rope. I think definitely to a large extent they're playing because of the potential they have and the performances that they've shown, and obviously they're senior statesmen as well. But I think obviously that long rope that they've given is slowly burning out and you're coming to the end of it. And I'm very sure both are aware of it. Also, we got to see the potential of the players already at the back. They've done well as well. Now, if Virat Kohli comes in, you do get the feeling that one of the two have to give way. And with the Shreyas Iyer back there as well. I mean, it's very interesting. If Rohit Sharma walks in, where does a Mayank go? He's done so well. You're not going to be dropping him. So is he going to drop number 3? So obviously, I think they are very aware of the fact that time is running out. And obviously, for some time, people have been speaking about it.
But from a perspective of Rahul Dravid, I mean, he's newly appointed as coach and he's only had this as his second series. You know, what do you think his mindset would be? I mean, does he want to make the big change? It's hard when you come in and emotionally you've watched these guys play for a period of time. It's tough decisions to be made. You know, you have to make a decision at some point. Where do you think he is in mindset?
You know, it's very interesting you say this, because when Rahul Dravid was at the fag end of his career, it was actually Pujara who did well at that number 3 spot and put pressure on him, and eventually went on to take his spot in the team, and he's been number 3 for a long time now. So I think obviously that circle comes around now. Obviously Pujara, can't say it's at the fag end of his career, but it's come at a time where obviously he's played a lot of tests and he's not done well in the recent past. So I do think Rahul Dravid will have to make a couple of hard decisions, and if that means dropping one of them or both of them, he will be open to it, because he knows that they've been given a long rope before, and I think they would have trusted them in the series after he's come. It's been 3 test matches now that he's been the coach, and you don't want to, you know, in many ways just, you know, set the ground ablaze by, you know, making big decisions right at the outset. So I think he's waiting, taking his time, trying to obviously assess what he can contribute to them in their careers, and if it's not working out, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be, I guess. So I think he will have to make a decision on those 2 players very soon. Obviously, there was a hint previously itself when Rahane was removed from vice captaincy and given to KL Rahul. So they're they're looking forward now. I mean, it was given to Rohit Sharma rather, I'm sorry. But obviously KL Rahul is leading because Rohit Sharma is not there. So I think the decisions are coming thick and fast and time is running out. And Rahul...
Timing-wise, what have you guys got next? So you've got the West Indies and then Bangladesh, is that right?
Yes. West Indies come.
And that's sometimes the time in many ways to make the decision. You know, not before a big tough series. It can be just a period where you make the call and you say, okay, you guys come in and we give you, when I say lesser opponents, not as highly ranked as what in Australia or in England would be, and just to settle themselves down so that they're ready to go for big series. So yeah, it could be interesting times. I'm not going to put you on the spot as to when it's going to happen.